Cundy, how's it going? So in front of me here is a box of parts, and this box was given to me by Team Self Destruct, who would be most famous for their Antweight Jungleman, the green Antweight flipper, and as well as some of the replicas. There's like Small Torque, there's VMAX, there's some other replicas. You've got to see their channel, they've got some really nice stuff. So inside this box is a few bits and pieces of Antweights that they've previously got. So there's like spares, spare shells, spare parts, things like that. I'm not entirely sure what's all in here, but before we get more into the video and what I'm actually going to do with the contents, let's have a look and see what they are. Wow, that's green. This full shells with the polycarb. Let's have a look. Little flipper mechanism. There's a little parts. It's all just, oh hang on, there's something blue. What's this? Ah, this looks like the front of Shark Attack. Now the flippers, it's blue. Not sure entirely what that is. More bits of blue. Wheels smash. Oh, hold on. Oh, it's a shell. Ooh. Oh, very nice. Some mirrors that look slightly warped. Let's sit that down a minute. A little bit warped, but you know, that's actually not too bad. I like that. I'm really curious to see what replica I could make from this kind of shell. Wedge at both sides. This one's tapered, flat top. If it was a little bit longer and had the same tapered end, potentially I could have made Spawn of Scar. But looking at this might actually be the perfect shell for Plunderbird 5. So there's a couple of dotted lines, pretty much that back, this back here is where the battery is going to go. This section here, I'm planning to put the motor for the claw. I'm going to cut out these two spaces, so like the solid line is where I'm going to cut within and leave everything else around about there. So I'm thinking cut round about there first, take off this little tag and see if I can actually fit the motors in. Fortunately the N20s are a little too big, so I'm going to have to see if I can find some N10s to go in there. Okay, so that's pretty much what we're going for. Everything will be inside, it's not just going to be hanging out. Space for the battery at the back. So, it's getting there. Lid's done, it's got acetate on the top. A little piece of silver cardboard in there to sort of act like a, well, look like a metal wedge. Everything's more or less ready. I know that Plunderbird 5 has the actuator sitting on top, but there just isn't enough room, especially if I use one of the threaded N20 things. It might work, but it would also be like hanging off at the back, and I want to try and keep everything as compact as possible. So obviously just having the motor in here, cut the little slot in the front. I mean, all I've more or less just got to do now is just paint it. So I think it's time to paint. So here's how it looks so far. Completely painted, apart from the base plate, but that's not, we're not really too focused on that. Front plate is there, top. I've got the electronics here. I just need to put them in and give this thing a test. So, I completely forgot to do one thing. Plunderbird 5 had competed in Extreme 1 of Robot Wars, and it competed in Series 5. Obviously for being Plunderbird 5. Everyone's maybe a little bit squashed in, and I'm probably going to have to change the lid because everything's just sort of bulking up. I'll need to like kind of squash it down, but seems to be all right. Let's give it a test. Okay. Now. Oh, it's really fast actually. And quite the slicer dicer is working. Yeah, like it. Ready to spin even? Yeah. Oh, that's good. Well, I have to admit, I'm actually quite happy with this. I know I'm definitely going to have to change the lid because it's bulging with everything, and I really need to trim down the wires, but considering how I normally do my replicas, there's normally enough room for all the pieces to go inside. So I just swap them out without having to do any like rewiring or shortening them. It's just sort of how I do it. But aside from having to change the lid, this was actually quite a fun project. I know it's not entirely accurate, but the fact I've managed to get another replica out of a shell, I'm really happy with that. And to be honest, it might be a little bit fast and the claw doesn't, well the slicer dicer, excuse me, doesn't quite have too much reach. It's still good. I am happy with it, so I'm going to consider that a success. A big thanks to Team Self Destruct who sent me the box of parts and where I managed to get the shell to make Plunderbird 5. You can check them out on social media. They are also on YouTube under the name Burn & Road Productions, where they have live event footage, a lot of Antweights, some replicas from Classic Wars, there is one from BattleBots. Please go and check them out, and again, a big thanks to them. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed this. Thanks very much for checking this video out. If you want to see some other stuff I've done, including some other replicas and some other bits and pieces I've worked on in the past, I will have a link just here. And if you want to subscribe to see what I've got coming next, including making an Antweight of my all-time favourite robot, I will leave a link just here. So, that's it for this one. Thanks very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Oh, forecast's bad. Better get running. Gotta be tough, because there's a plunderstorm coming.